The moment shit dries up, absolutely, I will be begging, I will be sucking Theron's toes. Put me back on. Get me in there, coach. As RuPaul, please. Ross, you're so hilarious. Like, yeah, I will absolutely do whatever it takes.
Hey, girl.
Hi.
Happy Hovember.
Happy Hovember.
I'm officially calling it. It's going to be Hovember, even if I don't hoe around at all.
Okay, I was wondering. I was like, is this something that you are like coming up with on the spot right now, or is this actually like a thing?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if it's a thing, but in my head, I'm allowing space.
Mm-hmm.
I'm holding space for hoes in November. So
what's different from any
Hovember.
other month? Why November?
Because it's cold.
You're like, we don't got time for cuddle season. It's hoe season. We need to be in full on.
Yeah, girl, I'm just so we're clear, I'm using you for body heat.
I mean, are you missing out? I was about to be like, are you missing out on the hookups? Is that what you're longing for right now in your fall?
Okay, honestly, longing, no. But you know how I usually come in and I'm like, oh, I'm such a slut. Oh, I did slutty things. Here's
That's
me
true.
bragging about my slutness.
You've said all those things.
That's not been the case recently. Halloween season is such a go that I legit spent like most of October either sick or making things or trying to make my way out of sickness with things. There was no space for hoeing. I feel bad because there's so many guys left on red.
Really?
How are you though? Yeah,
you know, I kind of feel the same way actually. Like I'm like, anytime that I'm ready for like a hookup, like 5 seconds later, I'm like, actually, do I want to do this? Like that's kind of how it's been lately. But I think you're right. You know, it's the holidays time. Like, you know, I'm trying to find me a cute little something. But overall, I've been good though. I've been really good. I've just been, I feel like working a ton. And one, I don't think we never really got to like talk about, because we were so obsessed with one battle after another last episode. But the Jussie Smollett interview that we did, I re-listened to it and I had a couple of friends reach out and just say like their thoughts and how good they felt like it was. And I'm like, we ate that. It was really, really good. And I was kind of shocked by, I don't know. I feel like people are still very much like Jussie is this like figure that I do not believe. And I feel like, in our conversation, I don't know, I feel like he was really honest.
I mean, that's the thing is, I think two things can be true at once. Like if we're spilling all transparency here, like I think he was being really honest. I think the way he was speaking about things was really honest. But I do think it was like also really honest in the way where there's like one step of removal where like, you know, that I feel like people are totally valid in, you know, maybe still, girl, like to call a spade. I loved talking to him, and it was a fantastic fucking interview. It was probably like one of my favorite interviews we've ever had. Yeah. He's got like such great charisma. He's funny. He's chill. He's like a good key, and he also like is just like not going to come out and say what everybody on the internet wants. They want him
to say that he lied. But my thing is, I think it's something to be said that this person, like he has stuck to the same story consistently. Like there hasn't been any changes. There hasn't been anything. And then like, I don't know how many people watched the Netflix documentary, but I remember saying on here when we were briefly talking about it before he came on, was like, if you go into that interview, like if you go into that documentary believing one thing, you're probably going to continue to believe that's that one thing that you were always like adamant about. And I think that's where the documentary kind of does a disservice, and his participation in it does a disservice, because it was like, if I'm not about to sit down for however long to do this thing and like it's not clear by the end of this thing, then what's the fucking point, right? And I don't know. I went into it believing that there was some icky, some shady stuff, and I think the documentary does a interesting job at like showing that what the shadiness is, but also like, yeah, there's still too many question marks, and so I can understand. I can understand your POV.
Yeah, like for me, for full transparency, I don't necessarily believe he was 100% innocent of all the things, but
I mean, you alluded to that.
Yeah, I also don't really. Now, some 5 years later, you know, we can hold on to our trauma forever. We can hold on to the bad things that people did in our past or whatever. Girl, if that's what you want to be pissed about 5 years from now, when like Black and brown and queer people's rights are actively getting stripped in ways that have absolutely nothing to do with whether one person like went through all this bullshit or not, like, girl, pop your head out of your ass off the internet, bitch, because
like there's way more things that we need to be worrying about. Like, this is a blip in a long list of things that is just like, bitch, this should not be in your top 2 or 3 if you are really upset about this.
Also, his music fucks, so.
I mean, right? And that was also the thing. Like, he got him. I think he like literally got #1 on the R&B like Apple Music charts. Like, I was like, oh, girl, I'm not worried about nothing these folks are saying. He's gonna continue to do his own thing, and that's just what it is. And I think, I'm just happy that, yeah, I agree with you. It was literally one of my favorite things that we've done so far, and we, not to pat ourselves on the back, but bitch, we kind of ain't anyway.
Well, I mean, no big deal. We're just fantastic interviewers here, you know, and it keeps on going. The hits keep on coming, because speaking of which, we've got another interview today. Y'all might know her formerly as the Demon Queen of Seattle, Washington, now known worldwide as God's favorite transsexual, and you better believe it's fucking true. It's Bosco. Right next.
Highkey. You know, today's guests, honestly, they are just the definition. When we say this, they are the actual definition of what it means to be God's favorite transsexual. You know what I mean? Like, they just represent everything. You've seen her on Drag Race season 14, and then, of course, All Stars 10, where she obviously made her unforgettable, like, you know, mark on our memories. So please prepare. Please say hi. You know, Bosco's here.
Hello. Oh, Jinx, bitch.
Look at that. Girl, you give it a pumpkin latte. You look real.
Yeah, you are so white girl in fall fantasy. Oh, she has it right ready.
I'm like, what's the Uggs?
My culture is not a costume. That's who I am on the inside. Like, I am Christian Girl Autumn. Not Christian, but
what I mean, you do give Christian Girl Autumn, like, for real. I know this is like shocking to those who might know you from your former branding as the Demon Queen, but like literally outside of drag, you are 100% horse girl down.
Yeah, I feel like I'm like sexiest girl at youth group is like usually what I'm giving.
Honestly, ding, ding, ding. That feels right on. I mean, like, I would have wanted to meet you at summer camp and like had my first kiss.
Oh, I would have been a sickening camp counselor. I would have like, you can drink, but just like, don't be crazy. Don't be crazy. Don't let me catch you. I know you have it, but like, if I don't see it, it doesn't count. I think I'd be a really fun camp counselor.
You would, but you would also be like that camp counselor who totally like gets some like obnoxious ass little kid kicked out of camp. Like you're caught smoking cigarettes or something. And they're like, actually it was Timmy. It was Timmy's shit.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Like, it's my cigarette butts in the back. And they're just like, who does this belong to? Like, I think I saw Timmy doing that. Yeah, for sure. I'm not taking the fall for it. I need the money.
Well, the gag is not only can we add summer camp counselor on your resume, but we also can add fiancé to your resume. Congratulations.
Yeah, bride to be. Wait, I can't see that rock. Hold it up. Yeah.
I'm like, now you're ready to be a suburban mom of 4.
I know. I'm in my domestic era, and it's kind of sickening. I'm kind of living for it.
Wait, did you ever imagine in your little queer ass life that you would become like this domestic queer?
No, I really, really didn't. And I have to say, it's feeling like a lot more chic and cool and natural now that I'm doing it. Like for other people, it's kind of boring.
Fun.
When I do it, it's really cool and like countercultural. But no, I don't know. I didn't even like want to really get married until I turned about 30. And then something is just like, I don't know if I want to say boyfriend for the rest of my life.
Girl,
I feel like I'm like, I think I need husband. I think I need something with like some teeth in it.
That's so interesting.
It's something kind of flipped, and I'm like, you know what? Let's get the law involved. Absolutely. Let's make this official.
100%. Because they're doing us so good right now.
So you kind of got over the idea of like saying boyfriend constantly. Is it because you're just bored? Or like, does saying boyfriend when this person that you're dating actually feels more than that? Does it just get boring after a while saying boyfriend? Is that what's...
I don't know if it's boring. For me, it just like felt like it wasn't enough.
It feels pejorative.
It feels pejorative.
Interesting. Okay.
And it's sometimes it just feels like a little like juvenile at times. I'm just like, I don't want to be like in my 50s being like, this is my boyfriend.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like at a certain point, I'm like, no, like boyfriend's not quite enough. Partner sounds like scientific.
Oh, it's so boring.
Spouse is like witness protection. Husband is like what I am here for.
See, well, you know what's wild about that is like, I feel like maybe it is just something about being in your 30-ish era though, because I'm pretty sure like when my husband and I started having these talks, it was because we were approaching 30 and I was like, oh my God, I'm so annoyed with my grandma and my friends and these people asking me if I'm still like seeing that dick or whatever. Being like, oh yeah, how's that dude? Are you still with them? I'm like, oh, you mean this person? So I get you on feeling that like boyfriend isn't strong enough. But you know what the sick part is, girl? Now that I've been married for a couple of years, I got horny thinking about like having a boyfriend again. I'm like, ooh. This is my boyfriend.
Oh, absolutely. No, half the reason, like, okay, so I need to upgrade Blake to husband. That way there's a hierarchy for everybody else that I'm seeing.
Wait, so are you
there's like a built-in just like, okay, so you're not the husband, so you know where you fall in line.
Actually legit though. Wait, so are you and Blake open then?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we've been open for years. Yeah. We'll probably like we're seeing like we're probably gonna focus on each other for like a little bit. Or I don't even know. Like I don't think anything's really changed. We've been open for like 3-4 years, something like that.
Yeah, but do y'all practice? It sounds like you practice that kind of openness where you have like other partners. Is that a thing, or is it just like we fuck and sometimes we have crushes?
I don't think it's quite partner. No, Blake is very much not poly, and I'm not poly either. With the way that our relationship works, but I'm also like not like a one night stand type of diva. Like I like to build a connection with somebody. I like to like have some sort of connection. I guess.
So what you're saying is you've got lovers.
Sometimes. I do like the position lovers. I think that's fun.
Yeah, I just feel like that's going to look the best in your diary, you know? Like, oh, today, my lover.
I know. I think that goes great for the biography, for sure.
Ooh.
For sure.
Did figuring out those boundaries and... figuring out those boundaries with Blake, did that come over time, especially as you shot into like public life? Like how much of a transition was that, especially keeping those like, all right, whoever you're hooking up with, please don't embarrass me. That's me and my Leo Capricorn mind. Be like, you can hook up with everybody, whoever you want to, but don't be out here embarrassing me.
No, for sure. Like when I originally started dating Blake and when I asked Blake out, I was just like, hey, this is not applying right now, but I just know that at some point, if you want to stay with me, that we will have to be open in some sort of situation. Because I love to flirt. I love talking to other people. And like, I don't want to be put in a position where I fuck up and cheat on you. Like, I just want this to be like an understanding, like, this is how it's going to work with me because that's how I am. And Blake's very much similar. Like, Blake, honestly, has a lot more lovers than I do. He's Mr. Bitches. For sure is all over. And I think that's
Mr.
beautiful.
Bitches.
He's Mr. Bitches. Exactly.
Please tell me he has that tattooed on him.
Oh, that's gonna be like in our vows at the wedding. I now pronounce you Mr. and Mrs. Bitches. It's just like always been something that's been part of the relationship. And then especially when I went on the road, I'm like, this is very important for us because I'm gone months out of the year. You don't have to, I don't want him suffering here. I don't want him to feel weird if he wants to talk to somebody or builds a connection with somebody.
Yeah.
I want to have the freedom to do so on the road as well because it gets very lonely on the road. So we're just like kind of Seattle vanilla is what I like to call it. Like,
oh my God, you so are.
That's just like kind of the norm here for a lot of queers in Seattle, and we're definitely stereotypical Seattleites in a lot of ways.
Oh my God, that's actually really beautiful to find out that, like, in general, even though you do have this like position as a sort of an alt drag artist, you are just a basic bitch when it comes to Seattle.
I am. I'm like the mainstream girl in Seattle. They like and I always have been. Like whenever I go anywhere else in like the world, they're like, "Oh, alt girl." But in Seattle, I am like the most Disney Channel original movie girl here. They're like, "Okay, Elvira Light." Like, yeah. The other girls are like stapling shit to themselves on brunch. And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna get naked."
You're like giving Addison Rae in the streets, but Elvira in the sheets.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's happening. Like that's what's.
Honestly, I do feel like that very much like encompasses this difference between sort of like your public persona and your private who you are. I'm a little bit curious. Do you ever feel like some boundaries are crossed, or that people don't have a good separation between the idea of Bosco and Blair?
I think people are like usually pretty respectful, and also I can't complain too much because as my persona, I sell sex. Like it's a hypersexual persona. That's who I am on stage. That's like part of like the comedy that I do. It all kind of comes back together into that. So it's like, how am I going to get mad at people for sexualizing me when that's what I'm literally asking them to do? Occasionally it does get a little intense, but I don't know. I like the whole two sides of the same coin situation where like my public persona is not who I am off stage at all. They're very, very different. So it's very easy for me to compartmentalize somebody like sexualizing Bosco versus sexualizing Blair.
Yeah.
Word.
Yeah, that's so interesting because I would imagine that I just often feel like I remember you being on season 14, and then of course when Blair came and she was always there, but she blossomed even more. It felt like people were describing that time, especially seeing you on All Stars 10, like describing you as having like a glow up of some sorts, which could be looked at like, yes, but also you did. It's not like you came from the gutter. Like you were always kind of, you know, like, and so I wondered how you view that when you're seeing fans talk about you in that way and using that language, glowed up.
I would agree with them. Like, I think I started at a pretty good point. I worked really, really hard and like had a really good handle on my craft the first time I went and did like the whole show. But I am somebody who like isn't very happy if I'm like stagnant in like my art form and as a person. So I was very, very like happy that people had seen like the amount of work that I put into myself and my craft and like, oh, she's gotten better. She was good the first time, but now she's fucking killing it. And
okay,
that's exactly what I wanted people to say.
Did you get better, or did you just get really hot?
I think a little bit of both. Por kilo no dos. Exactly. Yeah, for sure. I think getting hotter really helps. This is going to be something crazy to uncover for everybody who doesn't know this, but being hotter
this just
makes things a lot easier. It makes it so much easier when people are attracted to you.
You're like, wow, suddenly I found all of my confidence, talent, like the charisma, uniqueness, nerve, whatever,
I
the
really
whole
looked
acronym.
deep inside myself and found my self-worth by getting really nice tits.
Thank you so much for sharing that key to life. I really appreciate it. It took a lot of courage and bravery.
I'm very brave.
Okay, so I know you've talked about touring. I was doing a little research and I read that you've talked about touring wasn't like often your favorite thing to do? I guess, what type of ways do you like to connect with fans in maybe a similar way or maybe not? But like, what type of creative life, I guess, are you craving instead?
I do like touring. I just also, I need like a mix and match. I can't do the same thing and only do that. I'm like very Gemini where like I need like a mix of things to feel like satiated. If I get bored, I just immediately like should I kill myself? Like I can't be bored. Like that is
legit, girl. That is so fucking real. That was like me after doing 2 solid months of Drag Race Live, and I was like, is this the end of my life right here?
Yeah, I mean, like, 2 months feels like, it literally feels like Groundhog's Day. Like, it's just like you're waking up doing the same exact thing.
Especially because like you're reliving through something that is honestly one of the like fiercest moments in your life. Like Drag Race is so fierce, but also complete trauma. Just like waking up every morning like, baby, I made it. I'm back in the workroom again. I made it. Oh no, I lost again.
Yeah, it sounds like a prison of some sorts. Yeah.
No, like I got done filming All Stars 10, the first bracket situation, and then went back to RuPaul Drag Race Live, and I'm just like, losing is the new winning.
Like it feels so
like,
fierce.
All right.
While also pretending like you're not on the show.
Well, I mean, but that's the weird thing about it is that just what they do with the bitches after we film in All Stars? They're like, hey, right after you're done, do you want to go to Vegas and sing about losing?
Well, at that point, I didn't know I had lost yet. So that was not the first one. So I'm just like, maybe this doesn't apply to me. Maybe I'm one of the special girls that's like having to pretend.
Oh my God, not you out here being like, I don't even know. I don't know my character.
I'm not even going to sing this part. No. Because
I made it. I made it.
Like, this doesn't apply to me. Fuck you, losers. It did apply to me. Yeah.
I'm actually a little bit curious because, you know, we talked a little bit about how stagnation is very difficult.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I just like need to be doing something. Even if it's getting worse, I need to be getting. You know, so
I need to be moving.
Yeah,
doesn't
girl.
Matter which way.
It doesn't. Gotta be going somewhere. But I'm curious. Like, do you feel like your drag has evolved with your gender journey? Do you consider these like separate parts of yourself that are, you know, growing older, getting more mature?
Oh, now she called you old girl.
I know. I'm like older.
Yeah. Just anywhere I can look for just like a quick.
Wow.
I think one influences the other and vice versa. I feel like when I was first doing drag, I needed drag to satiate a part of like my gender euphoria. Like Bosco needed to exist for me to feel happy outside of drag. And since I've been able to do a lot of work on Blair outside of Bosco, I am just a lot happier. I don't need Bosco to fulfill certain parts of like my psyche anymore. So Bosco has a lot more leeway to play. Bosco can be a bit more clownish. Bosco can be a little bit more silly. Bosco can get X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Because I already get femininity. I already get womanhood outside of Bosco. So I think unpairing those two things kind of unchained Bosco to go a little bit further, to like really lean into the shtick of it all. I feel like as I get older, Bosco becomes more and more showbiz. Like that is the character. That is the Elvira. That is the someone who like, that's who that is now. And I don't need that to be part of my day-to-day life. And so she can be built up more. Yeah.
It's like such a trip because I was just reflecting on how in the last couple of years, my drag actually has gotten its own separate character. Like my stage voice is always down here. Oh yeah. Whereas like in my everyday life, I don't talk at all. so I do think it's interesting to see how once you unpair the things you needed from drag originally, where you see it grows. So I guess a follow-up question is, what is your favorite thing that you've kind of allowed Bosco to bloom into? What's your favorite thing that Bosco has gotten as like this outlet because you don't just have to be a hot bitch anymore?
I think Bosco's allowed to be a little bit more shticky now. Like I felt for a long time that Bosco had to be Bosco is a reflection of who I am and who the audience like saw as me outside of Bosco. So I'm just like, oh, I can't say that. That's not complex. That's not how I necessarily think. I'm just like, oh, well, Bosco can be a little bit more one-dimensional than Blair is. Bosco just exists on stage. So like it's okay for me to just kind of lean into like, yeah, hot tranny bitch. That's fine for her. That's not necessarily what Blair's doing all the time, but that is exactly what Bosco's doing all the time.
I also love hearing you talk about like and reflecting of your time on Drag Race, because you sound like someone like a queen that fully was prepared to have this sort of platform and like take it and make it what you want it to be. Have you been strategic in your like public career, like building Bosco as this like entity and brand?
I think so. It's definitely a work in progress. Like, when I stepped on the scene from like the first break in like season 14, I had an idea of what I wanted Bosco to be, but I didn't have like the bones or the tools to really cement who she was. This time around, I'm like, oh, I've toured a lot. I've done a lot of shows. I've met like the older girls. I've worked with a lot of like my heroes and inspirations, and I've taken pieces from them. I'm like, oh, I understand a little bit more of like how to package, how to sell, and how to embody what I want Bosco out of. I understand what the audience sees in me and sees from Bosco and how to like streamline that. So I think we've gotten a lot better. And I feel like I figured out what it is that I'm selling and what it is that people want to see from me. So we're working on like shows. We're working on my own, like producing my own like tours and producing my own parties and working on like nerdy little like horror things, working on Magic the Gathering, which is my new passion, and having fun with that. Like,
see what I mean? She is Christian girl Autumn. I don't want to hear shit, bitch.
Like, that bitch is in her closet, like conjuring up demons on the regular. Like, please. Why didn't you go to Dragula instead? Not to like
that was literally my next question.
But like, why?
I was gonna be like,
you're such a like Halloween spooky girl. Why go Drag Race and not Dragula?
Kind of limiting to only be spooky for me. Like I can do spooky really well, and I can always have like a vampiness to my drag. But like I feel like Bosco's pretty all terrain and can handle whatever scenario that she has to do. And then I also think the platform of Drag Race is a more stable one to like build a career off of. You just have a bigger audience, and I am greedy, so I really wanted more. And then, I also like am not in the fear factor. Like I just don't think like
Dragula like I don't need roaches in my mouth, please.
No, I think Dragula highlights really, really fantastic drag queens at what they do. I don't necessarily do what they do. And there's also not a lot of room for comedy, which is kind of my secret weapon. And Drag Race has a lot of room to harness comedy. In fact, I think of Drag Race, every single challenge is secretly a comedy challenge. If you can make RuPaul laugh, you will... Even if you suck at something, if you are making her laugh, you will make it to the next spot.
Girl, the way I've been telling that to these bitches when they send me their auditions, they're like, hey, can you help me out with my tape? And I'm like, all right, Diva. So first things first. No one cares. Yeah, no one cares about your looks, bitch. Number one, it won't matter. They're not going to be on the show. You're going to have to spend like 3 homes worth of money.
And we're like 80 seasons in. Like at this point, if you are trying to go into like Drag Race, you should know like that's the key that everyone continues to bring up. Like, be stupid, be a clown, like lean into that in a really thoughtful and like smart way. And honey, you might make it to the end, you know, like that. It just feels like if you don't get that, then like, should you be auditioning?
Ooh.
Yeah, because somebody has to go home first.
Okay, that's
I'm like, so sorry. Like, I don't think everybody should be good at Drag Race. That's how somebody wins.
Bitch, that's how I've always
queer art.
felt. No. See, okay, there's this thing. I know I've already talked about it on the pod before, but like, whenever a new season of Drag Race comes out, Doug and I will watch it, like at least the first episode, and he'll get really emotional for the girl who goes home. He'll be like, oh, I just can't imagine, like, how hard that must have been. All of her friends helped her make all of her things, and you know, so much love. And I'm like, yeah, I just don't have that much empathy because I would never have been bad enough to go home first.
Wait. We can't do all that. We can't do that. Near and dear sister Irene Dubois, Irene the Alien.
That was a risky mistake. I mean, yeah, the second time.
It was a risky move. And I am so happy she came back and got to show what she can do. Because I'm like, Irene's one of the best drag queens I've ever met. And the risk backfired the first time. But then she got to come back and just like, okay, that's the Irene I've known.
But even with that, the tea that I'm saying is I would never have gone home first. Because even if I did the worst in the first challenge, you're not sending me home in a lip sync.
I'm not going anywhere.
True.
Oh my God.
I stand by my cold, bitter hoe. Fuck the pork chopness. Just kidding, sisters. You're all great and you deserve second chances. I can't wait for Drag Race All Stars pork chop.
What was your pork chop?
My pork chop was unmentionable. Was
yeah.
A shot of kombucha.
Forgot about her.
Wow.
Yeah, the culture forgot about her.
It's kind of crazy how you can literally just be like, oh yeah, that person did exist.
Which is kind of a trip because she was actually like one of the only bitches I knew on my season. She was like a big social media deal.
Yeah, she had a big presence before the show too.
Okay, well, that actually kind of brings me into my next question because it's my least favorite question to get asked in interviews.
Oh, great.
Oh my God. So would you go back for Drag Race? Would you go back for All Stars? If they asked you for next year.
I would never do All Stars again unless they called and asked me. Like, the best time is always to be on TV is always like right now.
Yeah.
I don't think I would go back anytime super soon just because it's such an investment emotionally, financially, physically, and just like with your time. And I really set my sights on doing everything that I needed to do this time to get as much as I can out of it. I wanted to like maximize my time on the show, and I think I did. So I think I'm going to keep on running with this wave for as long as it will let me. And then the moment shit dries up, absolutely, I will be begging. I'll be sucking Theron's toes. Put me back on. Get me in there, coach. Put me in. RuPaul, please, please. Ross, you're so hilarious. Like, yeah, I will absolutely do whatever it takes to keep this career moving for as long as I can.
Go down the line and suck all those days.
Oh, absolutely.
As you should. But no,
absolutely. Michelle, I love the way you sneeze. Exactly. Like, we're just...
For those of you who don't know, it sounds like death.
Michelle sneezes without moving her face when she's like all like done up because she doesn't want to move anything because it's beautiful. It's like so well done. So she just screams.
Just frozen inside.
And I think that's beautiful.
Highkey.
Does the financial piece actually hurt Drag Race? Like having to prepare for it, like financially? Like, does that take away the magic of preparing for such a huge moment?
The magic is not experienced by the people who are doing it. The magic is for the viewer.
Yeah.
And then like as you said, like Yvie said, it's like a very fierce experience, and like it's the highest highs and the lowest lows you're ever gonna feel.
I mean, those
packages
packages though are like girls are spending damn near like houses. They're buying houses in their like Drag Race like package. And so I'm like, is that really needed? Like, please.
Necessarily. I think there should always be room for people who don't want to spend that kind of money.
Yeah.
And like I think there's ways to do it. I am not talented in craftsmanship or fabricating, so I am not going to be one of those girls to do it. But I just look at it as like a pageant. Like, yeah, the Continental girls are spending fucking coin to do what they're doing as well.
True.
And you're like, that's just part of what you're signing up to do. Like, you want to represent yourself the best you can. And if you have the ability to do so, you're going to spend some coin to do it. Or if you have the ability to make things, do that. I know girls like Akira like travels with like a sewing
with
kit.
a sewing
She's
machine.
doing the sewing machine because she's like, oh, do you need something? She did Lady Camden's show, her what is it? Peach Pit Cabaret. I can't remember the name of her show, but she did it, and Lady Camden's like, hey, can you join us for like the finale number? We're just doing Lady Marmalade. And Carrie's like, yeah, have some fabric with me. What color is everybody wearing? And she just like whipped up a costume the night before to wear for the production number.
She
and
is
like,
legitimately the most
everything.
insane. Like, and she just does this. She travels with a sewing machine. She's like, oh, I guess I'm just gonna strip my curtains from the hotel room and then come out in like the most cunty cat suit with like a headpiece on top. You're like, Girl, shut the fuck up. Go win Drag Race already.
I know. Incredible drag queen. One of my favorite drag queens. That's my girlfriend. She's so hot. She's so hot. I love her.
She really is. She really is. I have to say, I always really love getting to hang out with you, to tour with you, because you have this very different energy from a lot of drag queens. You're a lot more chill and reserved, in ways. Like, you're not screaming for attention. You're more like Daria, where you're gonna say something like cutting and funny and sly, and then people are gonna be like, "Oh wow."
I've always loved touring with you as well. Like I love a chill drag queen. I love like most types of drag queens, but like there has to be like a balance. And like I'm a very much like chill, goes to work, does her job type of drag queen when I'm on tour. And then I also love like party girls and like I love having fun. And like I think you and me always click when we're on tour because we can like match each other's energies.
Well, except for the last time, bitch.
Oh, what happened the last time?
Which one?
The last time I got to like for real work with you was when we were doing the Asia tour. And I know y'all bitches were burnt out. Like I know you hosts were touring around the world, but like we were touring around in Asia and like I remember one of the last days I was there on tour. You and Mistress were listening to the most god-awful, pull my eyes out YouTube shows about like Ponzi schemes.
Well, Mistress was doing research on how to set up her Patreon.
I would like to publicly say, I have absolutely no regrets about yelling at you guys. And I would like to thank you for being able to take that craziness without capturing it on video and making me look insane.
Okay, so why did you yell?
Because these bitches are taking up like all the space in the room. Like there's like one room where we're all getting ready and they're like, do you mind if we play something on the speaker? And usually when drag queens do that, it means terrible drag music.
I was not a part. I was just sitting next to her.
You were encouraging her.
So you were like, I'm not even, this isn't even me. This was Mistress
I was not the one that put on the True Crimes podcast. I was just sitting next to her. We had a shared dressing room.
You just said you're vampy. You were sitting there feeding off of the energy when I went, because I did yell at Mistress. It was mostly Mistress.
And in fairness, I think the stop before, we were all sharing a dressing room, and then we ended up screaming at Aquaria because she told us to be quiet, and then we made her cry.
We did. That's right. She was like, I just need you guys
I love you, Aqua. I love you, Aqua. I love you. We went and went around Japan the next day, but we got into it. It was one of the only times me and Aquaria have ever
This is the tea I like to hear about. This is the tea I like to hear about.
You could, when I'm saying the bitches were clearly burnt out on this tour, I forgot that the day before, Aquaria literally expected a room full of drag queens to not make noise.
But I know, Yvie, you told me a little bit about this because it was like, y'all are in Asia and nobody wants to go explore like outside. Like everyone just wants to stay in the hotel. And I'm like, is that for real? Like y'all didn't go and be, I guess, cringe tourists?
Oh, I went out. I went out several days in Tokyo while we were there and explored. And then I went out to the night markets in Taipei. I think I spent one day sleeping in Taipei because I was really tired, but I spent one day exploring. And then I definitely explored in Singapore because I went to the Hanging Gardens. But it was, we were definitely very tired. That was like the second leg of the tour.
See, Yvie, and, like, there's so much more to the story.
But
there is no,
everybody was pretty grumpy.
There is now so much more. I'm so sorry. I just refuse to get. There's so much more when they're like, oh yeah, you guys could take a day trip to the village that a lot of people say inspired Spirited Away. You could go be on a fucking mountain petting cats with the Buddha or some shit. And Mistress is in her hotel room having like her 50th McDonald's meal of the tour. Like,
now hold on. Please, I will not comment on it.
I'm just saying, once in a lifetime experiences. Like, you could have gotten a wheelchair, bitch. We're drag queens. I did it for a whole tour.
Do you remember the tour where we rented a cabin and it was you, me, Willow, and Lady Camden?
Yeah, actually, that's one of my favorite experiences.
One of my favorite tour experiences too.
Yeah, because Willow sister sauced all of y'all into being mushroom people. She was like,
I was like, sister sauce means. I was
Yeah,
like,
well, it was Cam's first time ever doing mushrooms.
yeah.
And we had like a pool, and then Yvie took enough mushrooms to seek God. There was about 2 hours of her crying and pretending to be a dinosaur walking around the cabin, just stalking before she came back in.
I don't remember that part.
Yeah.
I remember lots of staring at the sky.
oh my God. And that could blow a high too. Like, I love a good shrooms.
And for clarification, because sister sauce is like a term. Some of these queens in Denver who used to go by like the House of, I don't remember, but like they came up with this term about sister saucing, which is like when you're girlfriends with your sisters, you're like, yes, oh my God, here, girl, do a bump, do a bunch of drugs, take a shot. So sister saucing has evolved to be not only like feeding your sister drugs or drink or whatever, but it's gaslighting.
I like sister sauce. I feel that.
Gaslighting, forcing, but it's out of love. It's not, gaslighting is toxic. Sister sauce is positive.
Well, the sister sauce in the way that I was thinking about it could totally still be positive. I just felt like there was a lot of things and liquids. I was like, oh, work. I love that for y'all. I hope you had a great time. And there was a round two.
Right.
Well, I hope there is someday. I'd sister sauce Willow into that.
Yeah, I think she'd be down. I don't think it'd take a lot of sauce for Willow to be into it again.
We asked all of our guests like a question that we ask every episode. What are you high key about right now? It can literally be anything. It can be a feeling, an emotion. You can call out something. What are you high key about?
We're pretty high key about this. That's pretty high key. And then I've just been playing a lot of Magic the Gathering, and that's been really fucking bad. I'm really into it. That's what I spend like all of my free time on. I've been spending money on it. When I'm on the plane, like I'm just like creating like new decks. Like I don't care. I'm
Not
really
you
high key
out
about
like
Magic.
grabbing dollars in the club. Like this is going towards Magic, bitch. Just so
They
we're
tip
clear.
me Magic cards now. I get like tipped in Magic cards. They'll bring me
Really?
like boxes of cards for the meet and greet. No, it's sickening. It's so pussy.
Okay, y'all. Well, you heard it. Bosco's high key about Magic. Keep her addiction fed.
Absolutely. You should play. You should get into it. It's
Well, okay,
no,
wait.
girl.
So is this like a game,
girl.
like a Dungeons and Dragons sort of game? Explain to me what this game is.
It's made by the same people that makes Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, word.
And it's like
Nerds.
a card game. Yes. It's like, do you remember Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yes.
It's
yes.
a lot like Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah.
Work.
It's like Yu-Gi-Oh, but you also have to have a little bit of imagination and like friends. Do you need friends for Magic?
Yeah, for the most part, the format that I play is a 4-person format.
Okay.
So you need a few friends, or at least like a social gathering night. And yeah, it's fun. It's not like role playing or anything like that. It's like building like little machines of cards that do particular jobs and pissing off all of your friends. It's very fun.
Word.
Wow.
Oh, I love
Okay,
that.
well,
I love that for you.
I'm gonna bug you in January, even though I know you're avoiding all queer people. I'll start. I'll grab a beard. You know, I'll come in drag so I can entertain Mr. Bitches or whatever. But we should play some Magic.
Hell yeah! Come up. I'll show you how to play. It's a lot of fun.
Oh my God. Bosco, thank you so much for being on the show. You're so fucking fabulous. Like, you're literally the girl that you know you are, because honestly.
Yeah, it's so rude to find somebody who's worth everything that they tell you they are.
I have you so well fooled. This is great. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate y'all taking the time to talk to me. I appreciate the fact that one of Yvie's pillows is the exact color of my shirt. I can't stop looking at it this entire time. Yeah, that's it. Oh, what did you get the movie and TV award for? The popcorn, Yvie?
I got it for being a part of the cast of Drag Race.
Oh.
What's
I was gonna say, 'cause
yours?
she has one too.
Mine is for best fight with Lady Campton.
This is bullshit.
That's
I need MTV. I deserve retroactive awards for all the fighting I did on season 11.
Girl.
I need her
Presented to Bosco.
First of all,
Can you read that?
y'all better cherish those awards because MTV is no longer a thing. Like, it is
Yeah,
literally no longer a thing. So y'all better cherish that shit.
I know. I'm just like, Drag Race, probably next.
Oh my
Bosco,
God.
get the fuck out of here. Go ride a horse.
Okay.
Obsessed.
Mwah.
I love you.
Wow, so
I
nice
love
to
you
meet
too.
you.
It's nice to meet you too.
We're back. Oh my God. Love Bosco down. Love.
She's everything. She's everything. It's so funny because, like, I know drag queens in general are confident, but she's got this very specific type of like piercing, like chill, casual, bad bitchness where
Yeah.
you wouldn't expect her to be anything but what she is, and she's not. She is what she is.
No, like literally anytime I think of her, I think of the moment in Princess Diaries when Anne Hathaway's character, they do the picture of her before and her after. And I'm like, wait, first of all, she was always hot. But also, like, please, she's everything. She's everything that I wanted and more. So love her so much. And let's talk about our high keys. What are you high key about?
Hell
Yvie?
yes. Okay, so this is going to be really vague for some of y'all, but I am high key about music.
Wow. Super broad. I would say super broad.
Okay. I'll narrow it down. Okay, the reason I'm high key about music right now is I just released a new single with High Life called Miss
Yes.
Messy Boots. It was super fun to make, and I recorded another track with a couple rappers I really like. I've started putting together like pieces for maybe another new project with another rapper I like. So just know, as vaguely as possible, I'm musicking at you. It's coming. You're all
Are
about
you-
to get so much music.
I gotta say, I feel like you have been talking about like you've been working on music, so it's really nice to like start seeing it come out. Are you like happy that you're now starting to put it out?
Yeah. It's funny because it just like is such a long process, at least for me. I know it doesn't have to be, but I'll like legit spend a month like writing a rap. Like I'll write it out, and then for the next month I'll spend time like going through saying it in my head, like getting really comfortable with it, changing things around, being like, oh wait,
Yeah.
no, actually this punch is better. And that's like before I ever even hit record. And then after you do that, it's just like, you know, it has to go to a mixer and an
Yeah, like
editor
it has to
and,
go
a,
through
and
the
the
proper
producer.
channels. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I think the hardest part about it is like trying to figure out like what it needs to be in the world. That's why I've like just doing all of these collabs because I want to make music, but I'm like not trying to put together a serious album every time
Yeah.
I go into the studio. So high key about music, high key about Miss Messy Boots. Go check it out. High key about more on the way. Ryan, what are you high key about?
Oh my God, I am high key. One, shout out to that. I'm high key about that. But I'm also high key about this new show that I'm watching, that I watched. I binged it all. Big Boys. It's literally so good. There's 3 seasons. I'm late to the program, but Big Boys is like this British television show, and it's about these 2 college students, one gay, one straight, and they're both male, and it's like a biography, like a semi-biography of his life and his college years, because the main character is like coming out and also like experiencing college, and his best friend, who is his roommate, is like dealing with like major depression issues. And you know, in this story that he's telling is like his friend doesn't make it at the end. This is not a spoiler. It's just what the story is. But you see it leading up to that all 3 seasons. And it's just such good television and such good queer storytelling. Like I literally, they're like half-hour shows, and they're just so good. I love it. Everyone should go watch Big Boys. It's so good. It's on Hulu. So if you got it, check it out.
Boys.
I love
I'll
it.
do it. I'm down to
obsessed.
just like watch all all the gay shit I can before they strip it away from us.
I know. I mean, it's like happening. I mean, I'm watching right now I'm watching Boots on Netflix too, which is another gay story. So I'm like, yeah, it's just not a lot. And it's like, if it is, it's like a blimp, you know? Like, it just feels like you're right.
We're seeing less and less.
It's disappointing, but you know, I'm taking advantage of the ones that I love.
I feel like that is our directive. Then y'all go out. Let's catch these queer things. Let's support queer films and queer stories and queer shows. Go make sure you watch Big Boys on Hulu. And then I guess, Ryan, you and I are going to have to talk about Boots sometime because I'm supposed to start it this weekend. We'll see.
Oh, I would love to. I would love to know your thoughts because I'm kind of having a hard time getting through it, but whatever.
Ooh. Listen, it was recommended to me by somebody whose taste I don't know if I trust yet, so I'm there with you.
That's so... Okay, well, this was a great episode. I'm happy that Bosco was on fucking finally. Oh my God. Like it feels like we needed this to happen. Make sure to follow us on all the things at Highkey here on social. And of course, subscribe, like, and comment on our YouTube channel. Because every fucking thing helps.
Yeah, everything helps. Leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. Google us on the internet. Type things into our emails. Tell us what you want us to talk about. Tell us if you hate our voices or love our thighs. We'll be here for you.
Oh my God! Please love our thighs. All right, bye y'all.
Happy November. Happy Hovember, bitches.